Well, since you're talking about lawsuits, there's been some lawsuit talk going on lately with my friend John Melendez.
I'm familiar.
Do you know about this, Jenny Jingles?
That doesn't sound like him.
Well, I know. It's not something out of his playbook. Oh, wait, yes, it is. He does this every fucking year with me. So let's find out what the latest lawsuit is, because this is the most convoluted one yet. This is insane right here.
Okay, can't wait.
Am I selling my house in Florida? No, Lady K. In fact, I just bought a whole fucking living room set from Rooms to Go and a brand new carpet.
Humble brag.
Yeah, hold on.
Rooms to Go?
I bought a whole new living room set from Rooms to Go and a carpet. And now listen to this.
And a bed frame.
No more sleeping on the mattress on the floor for me. I got a bed frame.
Bragging about furnishing your home a year after you bought it is so pathetic. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I bought my girl dinner from KFC and Baskin Robbins, okay? Wow.
What an
He
idiot.
said he bought a carpet.
So fucking what? Who
But
cares?
hold on a second. We bought some area rugs for our house, but you don't want carpeting.
Well, maybe he means just like an area rug.
But would you call it a carpet?
No. Okay. Well, it depends on what. Who cares?
Who knows?
He doesn't know the difference. And no, I mean, the last thing you want is carpet. It's like having carpet in your bathroom. If you've ever been in a house where they have that, it's like, whose idea was that?
Well, the good news is there's no pool, so he will never be coming in with wet feet. So that's fine.
Okay, good.
Or out of the shower with wet feet.
So, Lady K, can you ever get something right? Or are you just going to be consistently wrong on a regular fucking basis? And I'm getting fucking sick of it. And now you're doubling down that Vince is muttering Jay. No, he is not.
How would you know?
Why does he care?
Why do you think you know that, John? Vince has lied to your face so many fucking times. He has Vince on his show. This is from yesterday. He has Vince on his show, and John was watching Vince's show. And he's like, "Oh, you're doing a great job, Vince." And so he brings Vince on because he's playing a bunch of clips. So then he brings Vince on, and he goes, "Is it true that they raised the prices of the tickets when Shuli said he wasn't going to be on the stand-up show?" And Vince goes, "No, that was a joke."
Oh my God.
John goes, "Oh, you can't lie to me, Vince. You got to be straight with me."
He's so gullible. It's unbelievable.
By the way, for the visual audience, he loves the fact that he has that picture of you behind him. He has the most awkward body language because he wants to make sure everybody sees your face. He's like, although he could actually be hunched over like that all the time, I suppose. He
I know.
could have a Quasimodo thing happening.
There's a better way to show me in the cow bikini than putting it behind him where he's covering up the whole
put it
thing.
up in a little square next to your head if you're going to do
Put it
it.
somewhere where people can see it. Put it over your face.
Don't hide
More
it.
entertaining.
He's covering it up with his dowager's hump.
But look at how embarrassed I am to be taking that photo. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Oh, golly.
I
Hope
know
this doesn't
you-
get out. Oh,
You look
no.
embarrassed.
You were clearly surprised when it was taken. You had no idea that someone was taking
It
your
is a
photo.
candid. It's obviously a candid.
I was on a fucking stage with a professional photographer. Anyway.
He is not. And this week, I'm going to go and file a lawsuit against Vince. So he has to fucking then he's got to sue you for defamation and slander.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on a second. This is hilarious. This is the best yet. If you didn't know how dumb John is,
I did.
check this out.
And I don't give a fuck. Vince said it's cool if I do it.
Okay, so John's going to sue Vince, and he's talking about how he's going to sue Vince so that Vince then can sue me, because then there'll be real damages with me saying that he's muttering Jay. But wouldn't him broadcasting this kind of fuck his case up? Wouldn't saying like, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to sue Vince." Not that I really want to sue Vince, but if I do, then that means he can sue the guy I don't like. Wouldn't that judge immediately throw that out and just be like, "Well, yeah, this isn't a real case, sir."
I feel like he'd probably fine everybody involved for wasting his time.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. John thinks he's intimidating me with this.
There should be a super chat on the screen that says Exhibit A.
Right. How dumb are you, John? All right, let's keep it going.
Vince said it was okay. So I'm going to do it. And you're going to be you will be sued by Vince. And I'm going to love it. So you better retract it. A whole, complete retraction. I'm giving you until Friday.
I'm living my my life on his terms now. Okay.
Oh no.
He's insane.
He is.
He's lost his mind.
He's addled.
He's addled. That's true.
Well, actually, I got to go to the pub that day, Carla. So you have till Monday, okay?
John.
Well, St. Patrick's Day is coming up soon too. That's a big drinking
That's
holiday.
a great point. Yeah. So
I
March
can't-
20th, you'll be okay.
I can't say this enough. Sue me or shut the fuck up. Can I please actually have a lawsuit, John? Because if not, then we'll stop talking about it.
Oh my God.
You're going to be too excited.
Your Honor, he also said my kids sound like losers.
Oh, yeah, you know that.
If you don't retract by noon on Friday,
Is that Eastern time or Pacific
I know
time?
really which
He's
one.
always talking
Yeah.
Pacific because he's an idiot.
well,
Doesn't
yeah.
realize the entire Dabbleverse lives on the East Coast.
Very confusing.
There's no way he's up at noon Eastern, so it has to be noon Pacific. Yeah.
And how do I retract this? What's the professional way to do that? Is it a tweet that I put out? And do I have to tag him and Vince in it? Oh, except for I'll tag Muttering Jay in it because that is Vince. Oh wait, we can have some fun with
There we
this. hey, Muttering Jay, tell Vince I retract my statement.
I call hamburger.
What a fucking idiot. This is all so silly. This is such nonsense.
Well, he can't. I'm sorry, go
The
ahead.
gem at the middle of this is the fact that Vince is like, yes, you should definitely sue me, so that he's at least smart enough to know, like, oh, this is great. Yes, please sue me, John.
So if you're not understanding the premise of this, what happened is John is claiming that he got fired from being a substitute teacher because Muttering Jay tagged the school district in a tweet. And I don't remember what he was tattling on John for. It was some obnoxious behavior of John on the internet. It might have been the biker gang thing, because that gets brought up in this, where John claimed that he had a biker gang in Florida that was going to fuck up our house. Mm-hmm. Remember that? And then
Yes,
I confronted him about it. I said, well, you remember, because he was crying about Chad Zumach threatening his house. I go, remember you did that to me just a couple days ago? Oh, but I was joking. Well, you weren't. You weren't joking. You were trying to intimidate me. I just don't fall for it because I'm not an idiot. So he's like, yeah, but it's fine because Karl knew I was joking. Well, no, I'm just not stupid like you. That's really the only difference. But
I'm filing a lawsuit against Vince. It only cost me $75, and I'm going to say Vince got me fired from school. And then you're going to have to then fucking explain yourself.
okay, so I don't know. This is the unknown to me. So does he have to successfully sue Vince in order for Vince to then bring a lawsuit to me, or could there be pending litigation and then Vince can sue me because of that? Because this could take years.
First of all, Vince has to Venmo him the $75.
Well, right.
And then he can go and file the lawsuit.
I know. Yeah, no one serious ever explains how much it costs to do such a thing.
I am so curious to know, where are you going to get a $75 lawsuit filed?
I'm sure that's what it costs, but to actually go through with it.
Unless he's representing himself. Even if he was representing himself, just the cost of paper and ink alone for all the evidence he's got is going to cost him.
So John thinks, in his really retarded, addled brain, as you mentioned, he actually thinks that he's going to successfully sue Vince because he's saying that Muttering Jay, if I'm saying Muttering Jay is Vince, then that means that Vince got him fired and then he was John's. Well, why would that matter? I'm sorry. I'm getting lost.
I just don't know
in the
how
logic.
you're in the mix.
Because I say that Muttering Jay is Vince. I'm convinced of it.
So what?
Well, so Vince likes to say that, well, if someone were to not hire me because they found out that I messed up a guy's job, then I could sue Karl for damages over that, for saying that I'm under Jay. The problem here is that Vince is his own worst enemy when it comes to everything he does on the internet. He lies about everything all the time. He doctors videos. He makes shit up. And he's a troll. We all see it every day. He's just a troll. That's what he does. So the fact that someone wouldn't hire him to be their attorney, there's a lot of reasons for that. I can think of a lot of reasons why I wouldn't hire Vince to be my attorney.
I mean,
Yeah. I saw him with the hat off, and I was like, all right, I couldn't possibly.
Right. I don't want to have a Cabbage Patch Kid in the courtroom. It's going to be embarrassing for everyone.
He's so proud of that.
I know. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. He explained that one time, and it didn't make any fucking sense. I think I forget what his explanation was for doing the elephant thing.
It's because he looks like an elephant.
But it was, he's got the skin complexion. But yeah, he explained what it was, but it was something that happened after he started doing the elephant thing because he's such an idiot. So I wish I remember what that was. All right, let's find out the real reasoning for the firing. Vince comes on the show and they have a discussion about this.
Why aren't you honest about threatening Karl with your motorcycle? The reason you got fired from teaching, the only person that got you fired is you. I don't even give a fuck.
Yeah, but so that's another claim that they're making, that the reason you were terminated from your teaching job was because you made a threat, I guess, publicly, that you would drive by Karl's place with your motorcycle gang. Is there any truth to that?
I never threatened anything.
Yeah, it was the whole point of it.
I never threatened. I just said I was going to do it.
Right. That's what a threat is, John.
All I said
was it'd be a shame if all these windows got smashed out.
Oh, God.
Such an idiot.
I don't have a motorcycle gang, Vince. It was all. and then 3 days later, Karl did my show. It was just a fucking goof. Everything was a goof. I don't have a motorcycle gang. I didn't have a working. My motorcycle wasn't even working. I wasn't fucking in Florida. The whole thing was a goof.
I love he always thinks he's in court. Your Honor, my motorcycle wasn't even working at the time. How the fuck am I going to go to his house and spray paint it? I can't even afford spray paint. Your Honor, this is absurd.
Your Honor, I don't have any friends. I couldn't possibly get a gang together.
All right, bartender from Stevie Tomatoes, come up to the stand here. Do I have any friends?
No, Your Honor, he does not.
I rest my case. John, do you see why I want you to sue me? This would be the most fun thing to ever fucking happen. This would be amazing. If this guy brought litigation, and we had a lot of fun with Joe Matarese today. We're having a lot of fun covering a lot of different topics on WATP. If there's a lawsuit, we're doing emergency episodes 7 days a week.
Oh, my God.
This is going to be a
I'm going to have to quit my job.
Yes, we're all quitting our jobs. Who are these broadcasters? It turns into, who are these court proceedings?
All came on my show 3 days later. It was all just, but that's what happens. These idiots report shit. And,
this is what happens. I say ridiculous shit and threaten people, and then someone tells on me.
But the thing that makes me most confused is you did not reach out to his anything.
No, I had nothing to do with that.
So why on earth would you think he can get Vince to sue you?
If he sues Vince,
because Vince says he's not Muttering Jay, so
he does say that. Yes,
right.
And the school doesn't know how to. They don't understand. Which really, if I wanted to, Vince, I could press the issue and go, "I'm a performer." So essentially,
this is rich. So this is great because what John is saying now is that anything he says, because he's a performer, can't be taken seriously.
Performative.
It's performative. It can't be taken seriously at all. And yet when I say that Vince is Muttering Jay, they can sue me and take both of my houses. How does that work, John? I'm also a performer. You see this thing we're doing right now? It's a show. It's called Who Are These Podcasts?
What's good for the goose?
Yeah, he's so fucking stupid. Even his own dumb legal argument fucks up his legal argument.
He's talked himself into a complete knot.
Also, if he sues Vince the lawyer, he would have to prove that he's Muttering Jay. It would be on John to prove, and John, I have the evidence, I'll send it to you if you need it. But it would be on John to prove that Vince is, otherwise it gets thrown out. So stupid.
I hate to tell you, it's going to get thrown out before he even gets in the courthouse. Because
he doesn't have $75. It's fine. I'm not worried about it at all. But I wish he would.
This frivolous lawsuit is sponsored by LegalZoom. See, it's paid for now.
My argument could be, so if I am in a movie and I play a pedophile, does that mean that I can't teach because I played a pedophile in a movie?
Correct. Yes.
Perfect argument, John. Absolutely. Perfect argument. You did it again. God damn it.
What movie is this? I want to know.
You can't beat this. You can't beat this. He's too smart for us. He got us again with his legal mumbo jumbo.
No, I'm writing a sitcom where I'm a pedophile. Now, can I go to jail for that? No.
So
No, absolutely not.
So if I'm stuttering John on my Twitter and I'm stuttering John on this show, I am not John Melendez. I am stuttering John, the character, if you will.
Oh, and if I'm Karl Hamburger on the show, I don't know if you know this, John. Actually, I think he does. Not my real name.
Hamburger.
Not my real name.
I know. Cat's out of the bag. Jingles isn't my last name either.
What?
Jesus.
Since when?
You're going to for a world of hurt. You want me to take that out? Do you want me to take that part out?
Anything I say can go on.
Okay.
I have nothing to hide.
He is next level stupid. This is insane.
So
Totally good. So yeah, you can use that as long as the intent is what we're going to look at. If the intent was to threaten or to not be funny, then yeah. So that was the reason. Then the termination was because of that.
Let's just say you're
yeah.
wrong with something. How about that?
Okay.
You're on to something. So that was the reason why you were fired. And then he later goes on. I don't know if it's in this clip. He later goes on to say that the school board never told him why.
There's so many reasons
We
why.
don't even know if he was fired.
No, maybe he left his job. How am I supposed
He's
to know?
still registered to teach through, I think, June of this year. From what I've seen is the paperwork online. So I don't know. This could all be based on nonsense, possibly. I don't know.
Well, he gets a lot of his information from the chatters, so
true.
I'm sure it's mostly true.
No, Leo
By the
Gunn
way,
told me. Broccoli confirmed it. Kate Meany said it too.
Our buddy Liam McEnany in the chat said Gordon Jump did 30 years for that Different Strokes episode.
Liam, nice. Fucking incredible.
They stole my idea. I'm suing them.
Chinless, Panini, come on, John. Let's run full speed into each other with our shirts off.
Huh.
All right, I have one more thing that I want to share with you guys. You've all seen the photo that's come out of Stuttering John on his hike.
Oh, yes.
I'll show it to you if you haven't seen it. So somebody is in Canoga Park, and they happen to capture this in the wild. There it is, Stuttering John taking a stroll, doesn't use the sidewalk. He's entitled.
Yeah.
But the
Is
main
that his
takeaway-
car?
No.
Oh.
There's some main takeaways here. First off, for some reason he has his pocket pulled out. So he's wearing these baggy sweatpants and his pocket's pulled out. His pants are way too long. He's walking on the bottom of his pants because he has very short, stubby legs. He's a little man. He's a very little man. He's all disheveled. He looks terrible. I doubt he washes these clothes. But what's great about this is the Photoshops that'll come out. I'll show you just a couple that I enjoy because I think this is pretty good work. Whenever the dabblers get their hands on a new photo of John in the Wild, there he is walking to a gay club. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I wouldn't wear those clothes there. I don't think you're going to get laid, but
Well, that's why his pocket's out. Fill my pocket with something.
is that a sign?
Yeah.
Means I'm up for anything.
You wouldn't know. You've never gone into those places.
And
Carl.
this is my favorite right here.
Oh my God, I
That's the
love
best
that.
He fucked up Abbey Road. Bloody hell, you wanker. Go back, mates. We can shoot it again. John just strolling down Abbey Road behind the Beatles.
I like the concept better that they asked him to be in it and he was like going in the wrong direction.
Well, I also like that everyone who's photoshopping this is making sure they're doing it to scale. Like that is how tall John would be.
Yeah.
next to John Lennon.
He's a half a Ringo. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. All right. So what's great is that Vince the lawyer asks John about his pants.
Oh, those specific pants.
Which is a good question. Like, what's going on with this?
Oh yeah, is that a real picture?
Yes.
That was cool. Why are your pants so long?
Well, because my mother gets me shit for Christmas, and they go down to, and she don't know how tall I don't know, and then they,
Well,
Because my mom bought them for me and she doesn't have my measurements.
they go so low, Vince, because he's 5'5". That's why they're so low.
Don't blame your mother.
Those are actually shorts. That's the crazy part about this.
the pockets are out, and the fucking, and I didn't even brush my hair. I look like shit.
No, I didn't think you looked
Yes.
bad. I didn't know if that was a real picture of you or not. So where were you when they took that?
In Canoga Park, I'm doing these long walks now.
Oh, so there's a fan that must live around there then.
And I was talking to Kate Meany. I'm on the phone with Kate.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was a Photoshop or someone that just looked like you.
Put it this way, Vince. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you the question, Vince. Let me just ask you a question. If Kate Meany's bringing her hot friend,
Okay, then they go into a whole thing. 'Cause
Okay.
Oh boy.
Vince is convinced that Kate Meany doesn't want to fuck John, but John thinks that she does. So Vince had been asking him a lot of questions about these long conversations he's having with Kate Meany.
John is out of his goddamn mind if he thinks she's going to touch him. Period.
Here's
Not even a handshake. I wouldn't.
Here's Karl's official take on it. I know John says I'm wrong about everything all the time. I think Kate is recording everything. I think she's screen grabbing every text. And I have a feeling this will come out on the greatest episode of MLC to ever happen. This will be must-see MLC when this comes out and Kate Meany finally reveals. Because now John's big thing. Christian, you're following this up. I don't have to tell you. You know what's going on.
No.
John's big...
I also think that like all the recordings here, I think you're absolutely right. It's going to be broken up into a weekly podcast called Helping Stutcho. You know, so she's going to help him.
Fixing John.
Sorry, Fixing Stutcho. Yeah.
I love it. That's a great idea. Kate, I'll produce it. You can put it on the Who Are These network if you want.
Oh, watch out. Kevin will have you for that.
Oh, that would be, he'd be very upset with Kate if that were to happen. So if you're not following what's going on with John right now, I'll just say it because it's hilarious. John, when he was in Florida last time with Hitman Dan forgot his medication. I think because he had back surgery or something. So it was like oxys or something.
Okay, lucky.
So they went to John's favorite urgent care. This is the best one. I've never been to an urgent care in Cape Coral, even though I live there, but whatever. So John goes to his favorite urgent care, and they meet a doctor there who knows who John is, knows him from the Howard Stern show. And the doctor is starstruck. Whoa, stuttering John Melendez in my urgent care. What are the chances? So this doctor friend that John now has an airport at his house in Fort Myers. This is what John's saying.
No.
Yes.
An airport at his house.
His house is an airport.
His house is an airport.
Actually, if he lives at the Fort Myers airport, it's a pretty big place.
I mean,
sounds like he has a locker in the waiting room. You know.
So John claims private jet, airport at his house. Kate Meany and her friend are going to come down and visit John in Florida, and they're going to fly to the Keys. John's going to hook them up with this amazing vacation with his doctor friend, Kate Meany's other friend. And there's probably going to be a lot of banging. I would imagine Mile High Club. I imagine a lot of things are going to be happening. Hand jobs underneath the pants.
That sounds plausible.
That sounds plausible. So this
By the way,
this is what's happening.
If any of this were remotely true, I would love the reveal of Kate Meany's friend being, I don't know, some lady from 600 Pound Life or something.
You never know.
She's perfect for
1,000-pound
you.
sisters.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. That's fun.
You never know.
Well, we actually couldn't fly on the airplane because of the weight restrictions. But anyway, we had a lovely time.
In the Fort Myers airport.
We took a semi.
There's a Chili's too. It's smaller than a regular Chili's, but it's just as good.
Yeah. It's a reduced menu, but it's all the stuff I like anyway.
It's fine.
So it doesn't matter to me.
What is this life he's
This guy's insane. So the other thing that happened yesterday on the show, I could talk about this all day. It's so funny. John is like, I got 2 big gotchas from Karl's show. So somebody is going through and listening to all my old episodes, especially the voicemail segment, where I'm just kind of talking and riffing and I reveal real things about myself. So it was around the time that we were doing the Peapod.
Oh.
Now,
the good old days.
for those of you who don't know about the Peapod days, what happened was Patrick Michael was doing this show where he was reading for Anchor.fm every episode. He's going, Anchor.fm, doesn't matter how big your audience is, you can make money doing a podcast. It doesn't matter if you have 5 listeners or 10 listeners. You make money doing a podcast, Anchor.fm. So myself, Kaya Orson, and Doug from Who's Right decided, let's start a show where we just piss in a toilet. We'll call it Peapod, and we'll put it on Anchor.fm. We did this for a few weeks. We made $80. That's true. We made $80 peeing into a toilet.
That's almost as much as John.
Right. So every episode is just one of us peeing. And I would like hum tunes and stuff. I'm an entertainer. Karl Hamburger, watch out.
Right. No, I know.
I do it all. So someone called into the voicemail and they go, I'm listening to the Peapod. I really enjoy it, but I can't really appreciate it unless I know what your guys' penis sizes are. So Doug's on the show with me and he goes, well, I'm no longer hitting my balls when I pee. All right. Good joke, right?
Okay.
So then, so I say, well, I can tell you for a fact, Kaya is 7.5 inches and I am 4. And then we move on to the next thing.
Oh, no.
And John goes, he's only 4 inches, Vince. He just said it himself. Why would that be a joke? Why would it not be a joke? You think I just go on my show and talk about my penis size?
He was on the Stern show.
Yeah. And
Christ.
get ready for this. John doesn't realize that saying your penis is small could be a joke. Howard Stern talked about his penis being small for decades. And then when they did the penis measuring contest, he was actually one of the biggest guys on the staff.
He's a tall man.
So it's almost like John's fucking retarded. you show him anything and he listens and he goes, oh, I have evidence that Karl has a small penis.
Are you fucking kidding me, Lady Kmart?
You fucking with me? Are you
4
fucking
inches?
Fucking hell.
What's the matter with you? I got 5.5 like a real man.
John actually has a song on his old YouTube channel that is a joke song about him having a small penis.
Oh.
So as he's saying this to Vince, and Vince is like, well, he's probably just joking. He's like, no one would joke in that direction. He's like, well, I mean, I have made jokes about having a jalapeno.
He's such a moron.
but
Mine
he
was actually a cry for help.
The problem, John, let me tell you, John, let me talk to you directly real quick. The problem is you want it too much. You gotta back off a little bit. Gotta get yourself out of this world. You want it too much. You're making rash decisions. It's not smart the way you're living your life right now.
Who are these